I was business major. I think I graduated with business administration with finance focus. My mom relapsed with her cancer. And that's kind of what drew me into medicine. I think I was at a point where I could graduate early, and I only had business courses in my schoolwork, so I would have to do all the post-bac, pre-med stuff. But I graduated early, so I was like, was looking at a couple internships for doing like financial analyst positions, and I didn't like the work. And my cousin, who's a physician here, she was like, you ever consider doing med school? So I was like, you know what? I guess I got like some time. Why don't we try it? I did my post-bac courses. I felt like I did good enough to get into med school. So I applied.
Yeah.
Here I am.
Yeah. So as a Filipino in the Filipino community, and maybe some of the Filipino community you see on TV, we're all nurses. So I got slightly pressured from my mom, like, hey, you should join the medical field because you have medical needs, like eczema and asthma.
Did you get pressured to did they pressure you to go specifically nursing?
I think she was just more like, she was the only one that really pressured me, like, hey, you should be in the medical field, do something. But Michaela, who was someone I interviewed like 2 or 3 people ago, I asked the same question because she's Filipino. Like, did you get pressured to, be a nurse? Was there any kind of existential pressures, or just like
never?
Not even the cousin?
No. I like really credit my family for giving us the space to do whatever we wanted. I remember when I told my mom, I was like, hey, I'm thinking about trying to go to med school. Her response was, why? And then she was like, I don't think that's a good idea. She was like, I don't think you should do it. And a lot of that was because, we saw like the pressure from our peers at church growing up, and it's like half of them were all pushed to go medical or law, and I don't know if you can do these professions without actually like wanting to do it.
Yeah.
I think from our Asian culture backgrounds, that's like the prestigious jobs to get when you are an immigrant coming into America. And luckily my parents never put that on me. And I think if anything, like even them allowing us to play sports was kind of a big deal. I know that I think like they got judgment from their peers about how we didn't get enough focus on schoolwork, and instead it was more like you're letting them play like games that don't really mean anything. And so I credit them like really with that. And I think sports and athletics were a huge benefit to me socializing with a community outside of my Korean community. I think that was big for me. I think really with medicine, I don't think I feel like if I was pressured into it, I don't think I'd be here. I kind of found my own way here, and that's always been really, honestly, a blessing, where the pressure was really all that I kind of put on myself.
Because we did lacrosse, and we both did football together. And was it just 1 year or 2 years of basketball for something that?
Basketball, I think a couple years.
A couple years. Okay.
I didn't play football in high school.
I thought was it 8th grade?
No, I just played middle school.
Oh, that's right. We did play together at least.
So my brother. I remember my brother was like, "That's gotta be." My brother was going to his junior year, and I don't remember if he was captain as a junior. He was captain as a senior, and I remember I was like, "Do you think I should play?" He's like, I mean, you can. We suck. So I remember I went to all the like dawn patrols, like workouts, at like 6 every morning, and then by the time the season came around, I was like, yeah, I don't want to
play. Peace out. Okay. So I guess it was middle school where we played together. I just remember at that time, kind of feeling connection with you because we were the only Asians on the team.
Yeah.
Either that, or there's one more, Solomon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He played like one. I think he came in 8th grade or so.
Yeah.
But I think you were there like 6th grade on, right?
Yeah.
Like I started 6th grade, and yeah.
I was just like, KJ, he's like, I just remember, you were quiet on the field, but you had those moments of like catching on because you played receiver.
Oh yeah, I was a receiver corner.
Yeah,
Middle school.
yeah. I remember you had some great catches, and I was just like, dude. But so from your short time playing football, and then more of your time playing lacrosse, and a short time playing basketball, was there anything you pulled, like characteristics you developed while playing those games that you've somehow very loosely definedly strung it into your medical career?
I don't know if I don't know if they're like skills that you learn I picked up. I would say there are times that when I started residency, people would ask me like what kind of specialty I want to go into. I was actually very much decided on going critical care and kind of ICU medicine.
Mm-hmm.
The specialty is pulmonology, and people would ask like, "Well, why do you like the ICU? What is fun about it?" And it is the sickest people in the hospital, and so when people crash, you kind of have to act quickly, and it's a lot of reactive based medicine, I guess. It gets a little murkier in terms of what is the right thing to do. There's no textbook about certain things when somebody's like acutely crashing, and the other aspect of that is that you get to do some procedures like putting in a breathing tube, putting in like a central line, which is like an IV thrown in someone's neck. And a lot of these things are kind of under a time crunch. Sometimes you need it like urgently, and so there's pressure during those procedures.
Yeah.
It's scary, but that kind of stuff has always been fun. It actually brought me back to like playoff lacrosse in high school. Like it was like, oh, like now's the time we gotta step up, like get this shit done. And I don't know, I always enjoyed that. I like the pressure environment of the ICU. But yeah, I remember actually just using that kind of as a way to help people understand like what ICU was like. I was like, it feels like that for me. Feels like I'm playing a game. And
Yeah. Okay. And even if people aren't former athletes, then they're probably seen a game here or there. They can get some idea of like what a stressful, like a lot of things on the line kind of moment feels like.
I mean, in medicine, you're gonna find so many different niches that you can go. There's so many different specialties and career paths that you can take. There are people that hate feeling pressured at work. I kind of like it, and I think it's enjoyable. It kind of gets me up in the morning, and you like put in you intubate somebody when they're literally crashing on you. It feels good. Like, oh, this person would be dead right now. But,
Yeah.